Welcome back. Finally, the 1 Year to Empowerment program, as I said, is for teenage girls to promote mental and physical wellness and balance. Dr. Sam is with us again this morning and is sticking around to talk a little bit more about the program, A Year to Empowerment. And so the girls each month will do one planned activity that they helped pick out. And they didn't like your car wash idea, one of your fundraising ideas. So they do some pretty interesting stuff, learning how to change the oil and Zumba and yoga and wow.
I know. It's going to be a fun year, and I'm really excited because now it's finally here and we have everything planned out. I mean, each month is planned out. We've got a pretty big fundraiser that we're putting together through the Civic Center to do a big battle of the Bayside bands and just try to promote pro-social activities for other teens. So the girls are starting to get really excited. They were in, I think I told you before the break, we have a new office space right downtown in the Greater Salisbury building. And I got in there, I'm like, we're gonna have this ribbon cutting, I need to clean up in there, and so I just sent out a big email to the girls, and they came for 2 different weekends in a row, and we're painting and cleaning and organizing, so there'll be pictures up on our Facebook account.
And there's a ribbon cutting. I mean, the public is invited to witness and experience this painting, these painting sessions that have occurred. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. The ribbon cutting is going to be Friday, January 16th. And so, like I said, we're in the Greater Salisbury building on the first floor where Junior Achievement used to be.
Which is right next to us, the station here.
They moved down the street, So we're right next to WMDT on the plaza here. 4:30 on Friday, and the Chamber's going to help us kick it off, and all the girls will be down there in their new empowerment shirts, and we'll kind of welcome the community to our new space.
And one of the things, in addition to doing fundraisers overall for the organization, the thought too is that each girl would have a sponsor. Talk to us about that and what how the sponsor benefits from this relationship with this teenager.
Well, one thing I really wanted the girls to get a sense of was a sense of community. So I told you a lot of it's volunteering and giving back to the community. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm from here, and I was gone for grad school and things like that for a long time, and it was so great to come back here because I know so many people and it was very welcoming, and I was able to start this program probably because of the people I know. And I think that's very important, and I want these girls and I want the community to kind of wrap their arms around youth as a positive term. So many times in the media we hear about all
kids today.
I know, and you say teenage girl and everyone goes, oh God. Right, and why is that? Why does it have to be that way? And so I wanted the community to start getting a sense of all of the positive things that youth can do, and especially teenage girls. And I think that will be a catalyst for these girls to feel really empowered about what they're doing and feeling like they really are making a difference for themselves and our community, which is important.
Okay, so if we, and to that end, then they would be, the sponsor would get like updates on what they're doing. And
so, I get that we're in the age of technology, but I think there's something to be said about.
Not an email, we don't get.
And these girls are very good at texting, but I think there's something to be said for a really well thought out thank you note. And now we have material so the girls can create the thank you notes. But for sponsoring a girl, you'll be connected with one girl for the entire year. She'll send you a handwritten thank you note each month after each activity saying, here's what I learned, here's how I volunteered or gave back this month, and here's how you've helped me to help other people. So it's a very unique connection that can be made.
And of course they can reach out to you, give you a call or email so that they can find out more information about the sponsorship. If you've just been thinking it's top of the year, I want to give to my community, and this reaches out to you in any way, it connects to be a part of a young girl's life who is on the path of empowerment, then certainly reach out. Now, I wanted to ask you, Dr. Sam, are we getting better? Like how you were saying, we think, oh God, kids today, oh God, teenage girls. There's so much bullying, there's so much this, there's so much that. Do you think breakthroughs are happening.
I do, and you know, and I can tell you, I mean, this has been a big project, and every once in a while I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I started? But here's how I know it's working. You know, I have 15 girls that I don't know that well, and I get text message on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas, Dr. Sam. I get emails with videos that they found online of how women are portrayed in the media and saying, oh, you know, we should watch this as a group. You know, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. So every like 30 seconds they spend looking up things that they haven't thought about before, that's success to me. Every Saturday that they spend painting an office and cleaning and not sitting on the computer feeling bad about themselves or, you know, making poor choices, that's
breakthroughs
success.
are happening.
I really think so.
And we do want to mention that, I mean, this is something that you've opted to do on your personal time because of the reasons you've shared, but as a vocation, you do spend countless hours as a psychologist listening to some of these same teenagers that, not the ones necessarily in the program, but their age group, their peers, that.
And it doesn't matter what school you go to, you know, what grade, what your background is, it's the same issues. And girls have really gotten mean to one another, and now everything's online and it's much easier to say mean things, and bullying, like you said, is a big issue, and I think it's up to these girls and teens and youth to kind of take back the power and say we don't want to have this kind of relationship with other people our age. You know,
and if they feel good about themselves with the empowerment, then they will throw caution to that anyway. You know, I am not what they say I am on Facebook. I have been empowered to believe better things about myself. So it's a win-win, as they say. All right, we want to wrap up. Ribbon cutting.
Yes, ribbon cutting next Friday, 4:30.
Okay.
In the Greater Salisbury building. We'll be we're right next to you and the cellar door, so we'll be in between there. And then we'll be open that night, our boutique with all of our artwork.
Okay, so
for Third Friday.
Open your hearts and open your wallets and help make what is going to be a successful program, you know, just that much more successful by taking ownership of it as a part of the community. Thank you, for being here and for sharing in that this morning with us.
Thanks so much.
All right, and thank you for watching Good Things Delmarva. Remember to catch us here every Sunday morning. Now, if you have good things you want to share, email me, Lanita_Wesson at WMDT.com. We will see you next week. Have a wonderful and purpose-filled day. Take care.